The best PGA Tour players of the year are competing for the FedEx Cup. Last week, before the second of 4 FedEx tournaments got underway in Boston, Vermont native Keegan Bradley, 2 PGA Tour friends, and his now fiancée, also from the Woodstock area, visited the course Keegan grew up playing to host the Keegan Bradley Charity Golf Classic. Surrounded by family, close friends, and fans, Keegan Bradley graced the course he grew up playing last week and brought a couple PGA Tour players with him. Brendan Steele and rookie this season, John Curran, joined Keegan to greet Vermonters, answer some questions, and offer some advice on the links.
It's so fun for me to come back to this town and to this golf course that really had a huge impact on my career. Like my dad said, I'd take the bus. Everyone would make fun of me as I came and got off here. And I didn't have that many friends that played golf because before Tiger Woods, it wasn't cool to play golf. So I was out here a lot of times by myself.
This is the 4th year Keegan Bradley has held his now annual tournament to raise money for Vermont charities.
It's unbelievable. Every year we have a great turnout, and we're going to raise a ton of money again this year. The state of Vermont, and particularly the town of Woodstock, really comes out and supports this tournament, and it means a lot to me personally, but we're doing a lot of good and raising a lot of money for some good causes, and these guys come and helps that out a lot.
Keegan, a native of Woodstock, and his now fiancée, Jillian Stacy, started this tournament as a way to show their support for the Green Mountain State.
Well, most importantly, we chose all the money that's raised here stays in Vermont. So we have a bunch of different charities, local charities, bigger charities, and they get the money that never leaves the state of Vermont, which was important to Jillian and I, both from here.
The money raised is donated to several organizations, including the University of Vermont Cancer Center and Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation. When asked what it means for him to have his fellow tour players travel to Vermont for this tournament, Keegan couldn't express enough what having them here means.
For them to come here is a big sacrifice for their time, to their families, and that just shows how dedicated they are and how helpful they've been to come here. It's very hard to tell them how thankful I am, but they've really taken this tournament as their own almost, and have a lot of pride, and we raise a ton of money, and they're a huge part of the reason that we do that.
Logan Broyles, the 14-year-old Rutland High School freshman, making strides regionally on the junior golf circuit, is a big fan of Keegan's. For kids like Logan, Keegan offers this piece of advice.
Yeah, I always tell younger kids to enjoy playing golf. First and foremost, golf needs to be fun, and I always tell them to play all sports you can growing up. Play basketball, soccer, skiing. I think that in the long run actually will make you a better golfer when you turn pro.
The weekend turned into a special family affair for Keegan and Jillian, who got engaged while back in their home state. Brendan Steele has made this trip 3 times now and says it's something he looks forward to.
And this is now my 3rd year in a row coming up here, and I wouldn't miss it. I really love it. It makes me feel like I'm at home. Everybody makes me really welcome. Very similar area to where I grew up, even though it was in Southern California. So it's just, he's become a great friend, and I wouldn't miss it.
As far as his personal golf game goes, Keegan said this season has been a transitional year for him, learning to adjust his putting style from a belly putter to the traditional short putter. Let's hope the Vermont native returns with his beautiful fiancée to tie the knot.